Good morning, it's Barbara. I'm late today. It's a dreary day. It says sun. Ain't no sunshine where we are. Good morning, it's Barbara. It is still morning. I'm not that late. Wearing my headband because my hair looks terrible. Anyway, we were supposed to have snow this morning. They promised me 2 inches before the rain started, and then it was an inch, and now, I don't know. Dennis looked out this window and said, I think it's snowing. Well, it might have been snowing in the upper atmosphere, but it wasn't hitting the ground. If I can't see it, it doesn't count. For sure. So no snow for us, but it's a rainy, dreary day. Yesterday was a beautiful, crisp, gorgeous, sunny day, and we really needed it because it's been very dreary for quite a few days. But I seem to have my knitting mojo back, which helps my mood. So that's nice. But my arm is still bugging me, and I'm starting to think I need to get an actual diagnosis and see what's going on with that. I sleep on that side of my body. I have to lay on my right side to fall asleep, so that's not helping. Cheers. It is my second cup. Did I tell you that? Dennis brought me coffee in bed. He's a good guy, that guy. Very good guy. I usually bring him his tea. Every once in a while he brings me coffee. It makes it very nice. So, sweater parade. This is my super bulky grandpa sweater. Let me show it to you. By Joji Locatelli. I did not put pockets in it when I made it. I have since made pockets, but I have not installed them. I highly recommend having pockets in this. This, I don't remember the yarn, but it's easy for me to find because I probably did show notes. I made this sweater between my first episode of my podcast and my second. I started my podcast. I did 1 episode, and then 2 weeks later I did my second episode, and we had gone to the Outer Banks in between, and I knit this in a week while we were at the Outer Banks. It's, I don't remember the yarn, and that's what I can look up, but... So when I knit this, it was much bigger. And when I went to wash it, I thought, oh, I can put it on the hand wash cycle, which of course I can't. So it tightened up quite a bit, and it kind of felted, but not quite. But I can't get all these little nubbies off. It, doesn't, I mean, I can get the little sticky outy ones, but. So anyway, it tightened up a good deal when I did that, and what it ended up is fits me perfectly. Couldn't fit better. And it's made it a very dense, warm fabric, and I wear it like a jacket, basically, because it is comfy like a jacket, it is warm, it is sturdy, but I didn't have the pockets on when I ran it through the washer. So I might have to run the patch pockets through the washer before I put them on. I'll have to see. But anyway, this is my super bulky grandpa sweater from Joji Locatelli. I highly recommend it. I enjoyed making it. I was relatively new garment maker when I made this. And yeah. I guess I'm not sure where I bought the yarn. I thought I might have bought it down there, but I'm not sure. But I do remember sitting and knitting all week, and this took me a week to knit while I was on vacation in the Outer Banks. Between my first and second podcast. So I've had it for a while. I've been podcasting for a while. Anyway. So I did go to Joann's yesterday, and I had a lot of trouble finding the yarn I wanted, but I did find yarn that's working. It's Red Heart. with love. Now, I have gotten some Red Heart in the past that it felt like I was just knitting with plastic cord. But this is not bad at all. And for the price point, it's really good. But it feels good. She's going to enjoy it. I'm not minding knitting with it. I won't say that it's wonderful, but it's really very, very nice. So if you know, and my goal is to have something that my daughter-in-law can throw in the washing machine and the dryer. I don't want to, I'm not making her anything that's going to be hard for her. So this is perfect for that. And, this would be, it's not like baby yarn per se, but it is, you could use it definitely for a baby blanket or anything like that. So anyway, that's what I got. I got black and white. And this is where I am. And I have, here's a picture of the pattern. And I have to find a picture of Wednesday. I'm pretty sure, oh, see, you can really see that, what I did. Ugh, this is the back. I tried to knit both strands together so that I wouldn't have to weave in ends. But look what I did, I wrecked it. Well, Well, I'm very sure that I can pick that strand out. I can pick that strand out and fix that, but didn't look that bad except now on camera. It's so obvious that you can't even stand it. Intarsia. Although now that I'm looking at that, maybe that's a little bit of an incentive to start over, because I'm really wondering. I messaged Jason. Isabel has a 24-inch chest, and this is 32 inches wide here. So, and that's, loose. But it's supposed to be a big vest. Now that I look at that, that's terrible. But I can pick that out. I'm sure I can pick that out. But, so it's got 8 inches. It's going to have 8 inches of positive ease. Now, I have to go back and look at Wednesday wearing this in the show. It's definitely an oversized vest. I'm sure it's an oversized vest on her as well. So I think that would be okay. All right, well, that's my goal. I'm going to fix that. Oh, Barbara. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm going to fix that and then decide, because if I can't fix it, then I might just start over with a smaller needle, because I did find a size 11 needle. The yarn says size 9 needle, but since it's a vest, it's all right. You can kind of see it's a little see-through-y. Yeah, I'm going to fix that. That's terrible. What kind of a grandmother am I? But it'll be easy to fix since it's a different color. Yeah. I saw it last night. I thought, I tried to zhuzh it a little. Didn't work. But it's too obvious. Too obvious. Even if it's in the back. Too obvious. But isn't that cute? So I'm doing Intarsia. I decided to make it shorter because she's not that tall. So I took out the first row of squares, which were a little more than a half a row. So I took it off the bottom rather than off the top, because the back and the front start exactly the same, and at some point on the front, then you split for a V-neck. So I'm doing the back first, but I want, obviously I want them to match. And yeah, I'm going to look at the pictures. I guess I'm going to look at the pictures of Wednesday wearing this vest and see. But I have the idea that it's quite oversized on her, and so I think that'll be okay. She'll grow, but I think she'll like it. But I'm going to fix that. You know, I'm just trying to avoid ends. Okay. So that's what I did yesterday. I also bought a box. Joann's having a container sale. And I bought a box that I'm going to use to hold my needles, my interchangeable needles, because I've been having them in a big floppy bag that hasn't really worked. So I'm putting them in a box, and I think that'll work better. I have my single needles that aren't interchangeable. I only use circular needles. My single needles that aren't interchangeable, I have a holder in my room hanging on the wall for those. So, yeah. So I got that box, and I'm gonna do some arranging in that. But yeah, so I had to ball up that yarn. I had to take the 2 skeins and ball each of them a third, 3 balls of equal size, because I'm doing intarsia, and so every one of those squares has its own ball of yarn associated with it. And so I have 6 balls of yarn, 3 of white and 3 of black. I am not explaining this very well, but anyway, so that's what I did yesterday. We did watch the finale of season 2 of the Great British Baking Show and started season 3, and I was correct. Season 3 is where we started in the United States on PBS. So I have seen season 3 before. But Aura has not. So we watched some of that. And then I watched a Columbo, at least one Columbo, while I was knitting. And so yeah, so that was my day yesterday. Oh, and I made some crackers. So anyway, that's what I got yesterday at Joann's, and yeah, so I sat and knit and chatted and whatever. Walk the dogs on a nice day. Today is not that day. We will walk the dogs, but it's not that nice. All right, time to get up, get this going, and talk to you tomorrow. Please, please take good care of yourselves. Stay safe and stay sane.